it, and they put it in the middle of the season. Well, last Abu Dhabi Grand Prix is quite an interesting one. We had RC in P1. The Dutch driver is actually back for action here in the Phoenix Racing League. We had Noisjob in P2 and Maxi in P3. Now let's go back to the track information. As I said already, it's going to be the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix here on the Yas Marina circuit. The track is located in the United Arab Emirates. Now, the UAE has a population of about 9.5 million people, and their first Grand Prix was in 2009. Now, here in the Phoenix Racing League, Noisjob has won the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix the most times. The quali record is a 122.1, and the race record is a 126.1. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have, well, I kind of thought I made the video. Well, I didn't apparently, so my apologies if there is no video, but it's going to be a short qualifying and a 50% race, with the race distance being 5.2 kilometers and, well, wait, no, the track distance is 5.2 kilometers and the race distance is 153 kilometers. As I said already, it is going to be on Abu Dhabi. By the way, thank you very much for the follow. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it, Simon. So, strategy prediction. Safety car probability, I dare to put money on the fact there is going to be a safety car, maybe even two, because, you know, sector 1 is always chaos. You know, you've got that long right-hander where you can easily just slide it into the wall. That's usually happening. The tire degradation rate is also high, and the tire overheating probability too. Divine says 2 safety cars too. Yeah, it's usually 2 safety cars. You know, Max Dubs, welcome, buddy. You hadn't followed the channel yet, Max? That is a disgrace, actually, if you think about it. you're in my Discord, but not in the Twitch community. Well, the strategies are going to be medium, hard, hard, mediums, hard, softs is a little bit of an interesting one, or medium, medium, softs if you think there's going to be 2 or more safety cars. Now, let's have a quick look with the standings. All right, the standings are still going to be Blue New Soul from the Power Grid Racing League in P1 with 6 points. We've got Stranger Snatcher in P2 with 4 points, and then we have
I wonder where you've been for the last couple of races.
All the other guys in P3. They all have
I'm cool.
3
Cheers,
points.
mate.
Now we are gonna have
See
a
how
quick
big the skin is.
listen if Mr. Mookie is gonna be able to beat that shit. Now let's have a quick look. Welcome Mookie in the chat. Oh wait, they can't hear you. 1 second. Made a little bit of a mistake right there. Yeah, alright, they should be able to hear you right now.
What's going on?
Alright, here we go. So, I'm gonna explain the rules real quick. So you know what's gonna happen here in the Blame the Game. It's gonna be 100 seconds. I'm gonna put it on my phone. 100 seconds. We're gonna be asking 10 questions. The timer goes off when the first question is being asked. You are able to give only one answer, but you are able to give it again when I ask the question again. So for example, if I say, who is the fastest in the league? You say Rios. It's wrong. You cannot say, oh, then it's Maxi, if that makes sense. Let me have a quick think. When the timer goes off and I'm at the last question, or like the question I'm still asking, you're able to answer that question within 5 seconds or like 10 seconds. It just you know, in time, not that you have time to Google it or something like that.
Okay.
If there is anything else, I'm not too sure. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't. Ready to go.
All right, here we go. Oh wait, 1 second. My PlayStation is shut off for some reason. I'm gonna get the questions correct. There we go.
Quickest in the league, isn't that a bit opinion based? I'm not saying you're gonna ask that question, but...
No. It was just an example. I can think of one.
Okay.
All right. So the 100 seconds are gonna go off when I ask the first question. Who were the 2 drivers marking the Red Bull mark in the Div 2 announcement? Oh wait, I didn't. Did I give you the list? I didn't, right? Ah, shit.
No.
Maybe I should give you the list first. You're getting a list, don't worry.
DMs or?
Yeah, in DMs on Discord. You're getting a list. Otherwise, it's gonna be a little bit too difficult.
Right now.
Let me have a quick look. Where is it actually? Playing the game, Phoenix Racing League. Here we go. Okay, so that's going to be the list you can use. My apologies. Guys, you're able to see the list on the stream too, by the way. Yo, Freddy, welcome, buddy. Hope you're having a fine evening. So, you ready, Mookie?
I'm ready.
Alright, here we go. Who are the two drivers marking the Red Bull mark in the Div 2 announcements?
I'm going to say Waza and Escalade.
That's wrong. Name an Alfa Romeo driver in Div 1.
Kaka.
That's correct. Which driver has 2 penalty points in Div 1? Well, that could be changed already. It was last week.
Is it Etymology?
That's correct. Which Div 1 driver had the most fastest laps during Season 7?
Is that last season?
Yes.
Touch.
Wrong. Who is the only Irish driver on this list?
They need the payment straight away.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. I'll stop the stream and sort this out.
Etymology.
That's correct.
This.
Name
Back
at
in
least
about 5
3
minutes.
judge drivers on this list.
What, so they want the payment?
They want payment up front because it's out of town.
Yeah. Okay.
And
John wants to send it over.
Right, I've got my card with me.
Nice shot. Oh, no.
That's wrong, that's wrong. On the contacts list, name the driver that is both an admin and a steward. I've already asked this questions, I don't understand why. No, it's not correct. Which driver was the first to check out of the Div 1 Spain race?
So 40, yeah?
Wrong.
Yeah.
Who is also referred as Alonso?
Driver.
Yes. Who is the most recent member on this list?
Okay, done.
Done.
The real marks.
Right, thank you.
Wrong.
No worries.
Which one did you have wrong? Who were the 2 drivers marking the Red Bull mark
Yeah,
in this
see you
2
soon.
announcements?
Skip.
The timer has gone off, so I'm just gonna have a quick look. Got this one correct.
There's a
2,
couple that they got there.
3. That was wrong. That was wrong. 4. I think you've got. I think you've got 4, but I've asked these questions already. That's fucking depressing, to be honest. I'm just gonna.
I haven't listened to the other ones, to be honest.
Don't worry,
The only one was the 3 Dutch drivers. I couldn't look up at the screen see what's on there, but that was a pretty bad one for me.
Yeah, to be honest, I've got a little bit of a mistake in that question because I put Monty, but Monty is not on the list, so that's what's up right there. So, yeah, well, you've got 4 points. You're tied with Mr. Manic from the Power Grid Racing, but you are one of the only ones who is making more than 3 points. So congratulations to that.
Thank you.
All right. I do think you're racing today. You are, I think. Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I wish you very good luck during your race, and maybe we see each other on track.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
All right, guys. So that was going to be Mookie. I'm really disappointed that I used the same questions. I think I've asked those to... Who did I ask them to? No idea. Well, doesn't really matter. Well, yeah, you know, he got 4, so he didn't beat the actual record yet. Otherwise, I was going to have him again next week, but I mean, 4 points, he's not on the top. But we're going straight into the race, because the race has already started. Now, I'm going to have a quick listen and see whether that is going to be there. It should be Nojdov in P1. That is going to be correct. So welcome back, everyone, here in the Phoenix Racing League. Thank you very much, Toro Rosso. You're Waza, right? Or is it Eska? I don't know. I actually confuse you guys, well, both of you guys. Is it? I think it's Waza, right? Because Eska is named Thomas. I think his Twitch is named Thomas? No idea, actually. Well, Abu Dhabi, you know, Abu Dhabi is a interesting track, you know. You've got Sector 3, a very technical one. Then you've got Sector 1, which you just need a lot of speed. Waza, yeah, I knew it was Waza. And then Sector 2 is also a lot of straight line speed, so it's a little bit setup based, this one. Not too sure. If you're really someone who struggles around the technical sector, I would go a little bit more downforce and then just, yeah, be a little bit slower down the main straights. But you know what the thing is? What I usually do on these kind of tracks where you will be benefiting with a straight line speed setup, just go for low downforce. Like low wings, right? So if you go for low wings and you're blasting past everyone down the main straights, you've got sector 3, the very technical one, you can just hold everyone up, if that makes sense. You know, nobody is going to pass you anyway, because it's very tight, it's very difficult to make a move through there. Yeah, just try to get the best out of it. Now we're gonna have a good look what is gonna be out on track already. I'm messing this up. Here we go, track map is out, and then we are able to see who is out. Of course, lap data is also very handy, as Vinny Victor now came out. So the McLaren driver, actually the McLaren driver, I knew this guy. He used to be a driver in, what league was that? BP? Is that a league? I think it is, right? BP, the one from Hennessy and Mickey and those kind of guys. Matt, I think his name was Matt. Not 100% sure. I think it was. Well, it doesn't really matter. He's got his own league together with Mookie and Freddy. I think those guys are the admins of Inside Line Racing League, who are actually taking a part in my event, the King of Leagues. So is Phoenix Racing League, actually. So you guys really need to, well, keep that date in mind. It's the 22nd and the 23rd of September, so I do expect a lot of views, to be honest. You know, it's going to be 10 leagues, and all of those guys are hopefully going to bring 10 viewers each. Maybe not 10, let's say 5. That's going to be like 50 viewers each, so hopefully we're going to have a lot of animo for that, as we're currently on board with the McLaren driver. I really wonder what setup these guys are using. As I said already, you know, a good straight line speed setup with low wings is, in my opinion, a little bit more beneficial here in Abu Dhabi. But you know, if you've got high wings and you've got high downforce, you can just go very fast through sector 3, this sector, because you know you're not going to have any understeery kind of things on your car, if that makes sense. You know, the wings are a little bit more set up to be able to go through those corners quite nicely. So Vinny Victor is now starting his lap in that McLaren car. He's on the soft tires quite logically, because you know, the guys who didn't know already, the soft tires are a little bit faster than the mediums and the hards. So usually you want to do the qualifying on the soft tires, because they're the fastest, as it outputs the fastest first sector. It is going to be Div 1 here today in the Phoenix Racing League, and we do see a couple of fast names on the table. We've got Noise Job, we've got RC, we've got Paddy, we've got Maxi. All of those guys are pretty fast on track usually, but I'm really wondering what my predictions are going to be. Guys, make sure in the chat to let me know what your prediction is for this race. Who's going to get the pole here today in Abu Dhabi in the Phoenix Racing League? Fastest second sector for Vinny Victor 2. Of course, not many people have come across the second sector yet, as everyone seems to be in the first and the second sector at the moment, or still on an outlet. Vinny Victor now coming around the last couple of corners, Mookie with 122.9, as the Aston Martin driver is currently in P8 in the Driver Championship. Not too bad, not too shabby. Vinny Victor picks up 122.6, a 3/10 improvement on Mookie's time right there. We might want to drive on board with Maxi, who is on the medium tires, as he puts a 123.5. So we do definitely see Vinny Victor being pretty fast here today. Let's go on board with Mr. RC. Yes, I would say he's one of the faster guys here in Phoenix Racing League. The guy got the Driver Championship last season here in Phoenix, but unfortunately decided to not drive in Season 8. But here he is in the middle of the season, as he's going to try to get a little bit more attendance on the board here for the Phoenix Racing League, because we do know that the Phoenix Racing League is a little bit struggling with the attendance these days. Last week we did have a good amount of races in Div 2, as I was streaming the Monday race, but today here in Div 1, which we usually see a lot of guys on track, usually more than 16. There's only going to be 13 today, so maybe people just don't like Abu Dhabi here. But in my opinion, it's quite a nice track to race on. There's some mixed feelings about it. RC puts himself in P2, 122.8. We might want to drive on board with Freddy. Freddy, a really fast guy at the moment. There is Mickey in the chat. Welcome, buddy. How are you doing, buddy? I do think, well, Mickey, do you want to race in this league? Just go to my Discord. Well, no, not my Discord. Well, you can also go in my Discord. Or in the Twitch panels where you can see the Phoenix Racing League Discord. Just make sure to join that one, and I'm pretty sure these guys are going to give you a little seat. You know, the owner, Chardman, he's a really nice guy, but bought a new one. Broke my guitar. Oh, buddy, that is so frustrating. Did you do a little bit of a over the head swing on the ground, you know, breaking the guitar, or did you just get a little bit of a yeah, I'm not too sure how you can break a guitar except for slamming it onto the ground. Smashed it around my brother's head. Is it Hennessy? What is actually his first name?
Smashed around his brother's head.
I know you guys' last name is Hennessy, but I don't know what the first name is.
Because he pissed me off.
Of your brother. Well, doesn't really matter. Freddy right now coming around the last couple of corners as the LPA driver is hopefully going to put a little bit of a better time on the board on these medium tires. It does look like it. Comes across the last corner. To come across the line, a 2-10 improvement. That is only going to put him P8. Chardman is going to be the last one in that case. So we've got Waz on track right now. I do know... no, I'm not going to join BP, Mickey. My apologies. I thought you were banned from that league. Weren't you? Waza right now coming around the first corner. A very tricky one. You do need... Well, you've got a lot of runaway room on the outside, so... Not that tricky. You're going to get a track validation, though, if you cross that curb on the outside. But, you know, there's not that many risks going around that corner, if that makes sense. You know, going side by side or even 3 wide through that corner. Good work without minimal damage. With minimal damage, so... There goes the Dutch driver now into the chicane. A very tricky one, and I really wonder what gear these guys are going to go through this sector with. Because, you know, usually people went through third with that, through that gear, through that corner. When you're in higher gears, you're going to have more traction coming across a corner. Going into, for example, what corner is that? Let's say turn 5, that little bit of a hairpin turn. If you come through that corner, I think it's a third gear corner. If you're in the middle of that corner, of course you need to be a little bit of a lower gear to be able to make that turn work. But if you're in a lower gear going into the corner, it's better. But going out of the corner, it's better to go in a higher gear, because then you will have more traction as you won't have any wheel spin. So yeah, it's really just your preference, you know. Some guys like slippery rears, like I do actually. If I come through a corner, I like to slide through that corner, and then it's just going to be able to like, it's not going to give you more traction, it's just going to get you faster through the corner, if that makes sense. And of course you will have bad straight line speed, but you know, if you're faster through the corners, you're going to be able to get a good amount of distance on the guy behind you. Mickey, what days does BP race on? Hawkeye Noise Shop are still in the pits. Do they have a qualifying ban? That is my question. F1ology, he's not on a fast lap. He's possibly gonna let the Haas driver go through. Maxi only in P6. I did expect him to get a little bit better here in Abu Dhabi. We know that Maxi is a pretty fast driver, but we also know that he's a little bit more consistent in a race than he is in qualifying. As he's got his teammate in P2, a beautiful combination with RC and Maxi in the Haas team. And I do have to say, out of all the leagues I'm commentating for, usually the Haas team does pretty well, as they're currently P2 in the Constructors Championship here in the Phoenix Racing League. Maxi puts himself in P2. Welcome EM4N LOL. Hope you're having a fine evening, buddy. Brass Monkeys, thank you very much for watching the stream. And guys who are listening, we've got Brass Monkeys who's wishing you a very fun race
Abel.
this evening. You know,
Oh, well done, Wiley. 45
chaotic,
subscribers.
but we're also going to see the grid spreading out a little bit because there's not that
Well
many
done, mate.
people on track right now. 13.
Made that
And
48.
there's not going to be much battling going on. I think if you're just really fast through sector 3, the guys behind you are not going to be able to get back to you. You've also got a lot of dirty air through sector 3, so you're going to have a little bit of an understeery car coming through sector 3, so the guy ahead is always in the advantage.
No, 48
Let
now.
me have a quick look, Mickey. Div 1 Saturday, Div 2 Saturday, Div 3 Saturday. Prestige is on Sunday. 4 divisions. That is crazy. That is crazy. 4:30 is actually a pretty fucked up time, bro. Who races in the middle of the evening? In the middle of the afternoon? That doesn't really add up to me, but it doesn't really matter, guys. It's storming outside. It's really raining heavily here in Belgium. Oh, there's thunder. I'm a little bit scared of thunder, if you guys didn't know already. A little bit of a Mickey Icon Prestige. That's crazy, Freddie. I didn't know you cost. But guys, a little bit of backstory. How long was it ago? I think it was like 8 years ago. I was on a camping in Venice. We were just chilling, you know, all of a sudden there was a storm, right? Bro, I've never seen that much rain and like wind and all that kind of stuff in 1 hour. What is that called? RV? I think it's called an RV in English. So you've got an RV, right? Well, we've got an RV. And we were in the camping and the RV just went in the air. Because of all the wind that was there, you know, we've got this little bit of a tent connected to the RV that was going into the air. Everything was going into the air, and I was just sitting in the RV like a scared motherfucker. I think I was about 12 years old. Right now I'm 20, so 8 years ago. Yeah, that does make sense. 12 years. You know, I've got a little bit of a of a scary situation right there, a scary experience. So. But yeah, I mean, I'm chilling in the house, I'm chilling in my room, so we're all good, we're all clear. Freddie, new comes a lot or just VP? Watson's on the fast lap, he did invalidate though, but he's still pushing. He is still pushing and he slips the rear. He's fighting the car at the moment as the Dutch driver is coming around the last couple of corners. And let's have a quick look if he's going for another one. He could come into the pits. He is going to. Nicky, I didn't even like you. I don't think I even follow you on Instagram. Divine Eye. Well, sometimes he's good, sometimes he is not. But I feel like he had a big step up since last season. You know, the Ferrari driver, he was struggling to get no assist to work. But I feel like he got the hang of it. Going into this season, he's got a way better performance. I think he's not in the top 10 yet, but I do feel like he's in the top 12 or top 13. And he usually doesn't have a good result, but when he does, or usually he does, but then at the end of the race, he kind of messes up. It might be a concentration problem for the English driver, but yeah, he's really stepping up his game since last season. And hopefully he's going to be able to get a good performance here today in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. As he's not coming around the last couple of corners, he seems to be pushing, but he cannot come into the pits and go out again, I think. I don't think there's enough time. The lap takes about, well, there might be. There's 3 minutes still on the clock. Coming into the pits takes about 1 minute. Well, coming out and coming in takes about 1 minute. So he's got a little bit of time. We've got F1ology who's not improving. So we might want to drive on board with anyone else. Actually, nobody else is on track. Well, not on the lap. So we might want to drive on board with F1ology right now. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. That is going to be Kaka possibly. Hasn't put a lap on the board yet. Neither did Noise Job. So it's going to be a one-shot qualifying for these guys actually. So you might want to drive on board with Kaka, the Alfa Romeo driver, coming around the first corner right now. Let's see if he's going to be able to improve on the other guys. His time takes a lot of curve on the inside there in turn 3. Takes a lot of curve on the inside in turn 4. Now into turn 5, this was the corner I was talking about. If you take a high gear coming out of that corner, you're going to have a lot of traction like Kaka did right there. He does have the fastest first sector, it seems like. Now down the main straight, you're going to be blasting a lot of ERS down this straight, also down the second straight. Now he doesn't take too much curve on the outside there. Might be a little bit of afraid of that curve on the outside, as that is going to shove you through the wall actually if you don't take it well. Takes a lot of tight lines there through that corner. Coming into turn 11 if I'm not mistaken, or turn 9, as he takes a tight line through there, goes high into the gears. You have a good traction coming out of that corner. Takes a lot of curve on the outside, neither does he here. Takes a little bit of curve down the inside, and he does indeed into sector 3. He has a little bit of a snappy snappy rear, my apologies. Now coming around the last corner, and that is going to be your Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Kaka does seem to be a little bit afraid of the curve on the outside. Only puts a P10 on the board with still 1 minute on the clock here today in the qualifying. Now let's go on board with Noise Job, as he does have the AlphaTauri right in front of him. But F1ology is going to go to the side to let the Mercedes driver go through. Noise Job is one of the fastest guys in qualifying. I do have to say that, as hopefully the Slovakian driver is going to be able to put himself on pole once again. But he does have Maxi in P1. Maxi, one of the faster guys here. He won the Division 2 of last season, got promoted to Div 1, and he's winning that shit too. He's only in P2 though, as he's battling with Noise Job for the Drivers' Championship. But Noise Job only in P13 right now, hasn't been able to put a lap yet, as Noise Job got P2, Maxi got P3 last week in Austria. F1ology retired from the session. He did it in the... He's got a Red Bull! He's got a Red Bull! There is a Red Bull on track! Oh, that was really chaotic. Noise Job only with a 122.5. And the Red Bull, it is going to be Waza. The Dutch driver, not too sure what he was thinking there, but he saw a raging Mercedes coming. And there is someone in the wall there. That is turn 3, and that is going to be another incident in turn 3. We're going to see so many incidents through there. But yeah, it's going to be Mookie being the victim of that. Well, turn 3. And Noise Job, he's not going to be able to improve. So, Lord have mercy. RC in P1, a 122.2. Let's drive on board with Max. He's not improving, so it's going to be a Haas 1-2. Or maybe a Finny Victor is going to be able to do anything. He's not improving. Oh, he is. A P3 for the English driver. Puts himself in P3. Right ahead of Noise Job. Paddy is not going to be able to improve. Maybe Divine is. He isn't improving coming into sector 3. Comes around the last corner to come across the line. It's going to be 3/10 slower. So that is going to be your qualifying. Although Waza still in the fast lap, Maxi retired from the session. He might be a little bit frustrated that his teammate got past him in the last minutes of the qualifying. Waza was improving, but he invalidates in the last corner. That is really frustrating. I got the same today actually. I was racing on Canada. I was up by 9/10, and the last corner there in the Wall of Champions, I just went a little bit too much onto the curb, and that was race over for me while qualifying over, because the previous lap I did was only good for P15, and if I improved by 9/10, I would have been able to get into the top 5. So it was career, by the way, with a buddy. Guys, this is going to be your qualifying results. RC in P1, Maxi in P2, and Vinny Victor in P3. Further, we've got Noise Job, Kaka, Paddy, Naismith, Mookie, Freddy, and Divine I. Further, we've got F1ology, Chardman, and Waza, who's not been able to put a good lap on the board. A 124.7 is going to be the slowest time on the track today, and a 122.2 is going to be the fastest one. Oh, that's frustrating, Waza, yeah. Nothing you can do about it if you don't have any ERS left. Yeah, you can't magically appear ERS if that makes sense. So, guys, we're gonna be right back with you as the game is gonna be starting pretty soon. But I'm gonna blow my nose real quick so that I won't be talking very nasally.
John,
Yes.
do you know anything about toilet roll being in my bedroom?
Yeah, it's been there blinking months.
I've only noticed it when I sat in my bedroom.
Yeah, it's been there months.
You sure?
Yes, yes. I put it in there when I had the sniffles, about 2-3 months ago.
Alrighty. Here we are again. The guys are not able to press X when the admins haven't said you can press X yet, so it could take 1 minute. It could take 5. But I'm pretty sure it's not gonna take more than 10. Let me have a quick look in the chat real quick as I got a ping. Oh, it's from the wrong league. Okay. Phoenix, has anything been said right there? Might be a little bit frustration from Noise Job. Oh, interesting. Waza, what do you mean? Aska, you ruined mine run. Because Aska isn't on track today. Holy shit, Nikki! Nikki, are you still in the chat? BP has more than 350 members? That's crazy, buddy. That's crazy, buddy.
Okay, so let's go through all the gears you can. We need to make sure the gauge is okay before we start. We're going to want to put some temperature in the tyres and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high.
That is not too bad. That is not too bad. With 365 followers and still counting, guys, we're getting there eventually. You know, it's been a long journey since last year. I started with 0 followers, now I've got 365 already. Hopefully I'm gonna get 400 by the end of the year. But it's definitely looking like it. The last 30 days I've got more than 60 followers, so... yeah, let's have a quick look what tires everyone is on. RC starting on the mediums. He's a little bit scared from the guys behind him. But it is quite smart that the guys of the Haas team have chosen a different strategy in case there would be a double stack. Now we've got Vinny Victor on the hards, we've got Noise Job on the mediums, Kaka on the hards, and all the other guys behind Kaka on the mediums, except for Divine and Sharton, who have both gone for a different strategy too. Divine thinks there's going to be an early safety car, which I do think too, and Sharton thinks there's going to be a late safety car, because otherwise he wouldn't go on to the hard. You could make a hard soft work, but I don't think a soft hard will work. In my honest opinion, I think Divine Eye is going to be the first one crashing out. Guys, in the chat, make sure to let me know what the predictions are of this race. Who do you think is going to get the top 3? Who do you think is going to get the most positions won? Who's going to be losing the most positions? And how many safety cars there are going to be? Make sure to let me know. I'm going to give you my honest opinion too. I think RC is going to win this race. Noise Job might be getting P2 again. And then we've got Kaka. I'm going to put Kaka in P3. He's an Alfa Romeo driver. I love Alfa Romeo, so that's about it. 2 safety cars, or maybe even 3, you know. Well, 13 people. Yeah, 3 safety cars. Biggest loser of the evening. I'm going to go with Vinny Victor. Biggest winner of the evening is going to be Waza. So the guys are going to put themselves on track. It does feel like a lot of guys have not listened to my tip yet, of my hint, you know. I gave a little bit of a suggestion to all the guys, but that doesn't really matter right now. It's going to be 5 red lights here in the Phoenix Racing League in Abu Dhabi, and away we go. Who has got a pretty good start? It seems like both Haas drivers actually got a pretty decent start, with Noise Job already making that move on Vinny Victor. So does Kaka, as RC goes a little bit wide right there. Might have got a track limit already. We've got Noise Job right on the tail. He's got that Alfa Romeo driver on the tail though. Oh, Noise Job is going to throw it down the inside. inside. Maxi is going to take a wide line through that corner. He's going to hope for a better exit in order to go side by side with Mr. Noisejob. Now down the main straight here in Sector 2. Noisejob seems to be getting this P2 position. Vinny Victor looking to make a move on Kaka. It's not quite working yet. As Kaka kind of outbreak the Haas driver, but he has that Mercedes driver right ahead. As Kaka planning to make a move on Maxi pretty soon. Maxi is on those hard tires. Let me have a quick look. So is Kaka actually, so both drivers in the lead are currently on mediums. We've got Maxi, Kaka, and Vinny Victor on the hards. And as I said already, you know, like the guys on the soft tires, there's just going to be virtual safeguard. Seems like Daryl Naismith and Mookie had a little bit of an incident there. Or is it F1ology? Not too sure. Well, virtual safety car doesn't really matter. The guys are not going to be able to get back closer to the safety car. Well, to the guys ahead, you know. So virtual safety car is just slowing you down. It doesn't really give you the opportunity to get back with the pack. So Naismith just has to do what has to be done. He does have a broken front wing, I'm afraid, as he's possibly coming into the pits. He is indeed, and so are the other guys. Freddy coming into the pits, so is Waza. So 3 guys coming into the pits already. And what tires will they go on? Freddy and Waza might be going on to the hards. Freddy is actually going on to the soft tires, as there is a Red Bull double stack, front wing change for Waza, and also a front wing change for Mr. Daryl Naismith. Now let's go back to the front of the grid, as there is some heavy battling going on when the safety car is going to come in again. Green flags and go, 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 as we've got RC and P1 still leading this race, but he's got a raging Slovakian ride on his tail as the Mercedes driver is looking to make that move there into Kaka, outbraking Maxi, but I mean, not too sure what was happening through there. Kaka just thought he could outbrake Maxi out of nowhere, but Maxi kind of defended the inside line, so Kaka had nowhere to go. Now, Vinny Victor on the tail of Kaka, but Kaka does seem to have a lot of straight line speed here in Abu Dhabi today. He's going to be able to keep the guys behind him for quite a long time, I'm afraid. Well, not really afraid, but we want to see a lot of action here today, as there is a little bit of a group of 6 people already, with Shardman in the middle of nowhere. So is Mookie, and then so is F1ology. So Mookie and Ology finding themselves in a Ferrari sandwich at the moment. There's a lot of different tire strategies, so we might be seeing the grid switching up when a couple of guys are coming into the pits, fighting with the fastest lap of 132.0. As I do think that is going to be beating the actual fastest lap on this track. I think the fastest lap was a 136, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't look like anyone is planning on making a move. The only guy who's pretty close to the guy ahead is going to be Vinny Victor, the McLaren driver. We haven't seen him race yet here in the Phoenix Racing League, but the youngster is definitely trying to get a little bit of an impression on all the other guys, and he's really able to do that right now. He qualified in P3, lost about 2 positions, 1 to Kaka, 1 to Noisejob, if I'm not mistaken. But Vinny Victor, I mean, if he's able to keep up with the guys ahead, he's definitely going to be able to battle with all the guys ahead and make a good impression of himself. Guys, we've got Mr. Basil in the chat. He's wishing you all a good race. All of Mr. Basil. Welcome in the chat, by the way. Hope you're having a fine evening. Olegi with a heated battle, and Mookie down the inside into turn 9. They're coming out side by side with that F1ology with a little bit of a snap. He's letting Mookie go through, and that might be a smart decision from the Irish driver, as Olegi is on those medium tires. He has to keep Mr. Devine right behind him, because otherwise, you know, Mr. Devine is on those soft tires, so he needs to watch out though. But F1ology still trying to stick on the tail of Mookie. It's wing to tail racing at the moment, as the guys are going to be able to keep each other close. You know, you've got Vinny Victor, who's been on the tail of Kaka for quite a couple of laps already. Monday, yeah, it's going to be Monday streaming. Well, it's going to be me Mondays. Streaming Monday. What the fuck was that? Said this. Vinny Victor, he's planning on making a move. Maybe Noisejob down the inside, into the chicane, into turn 5 and 6. He's going a little bit too deep there. RC has not been able to make a move back. He tried to make switchback work, unfortunately didn't make it work. DRL Naismith with the fastest lap of 125.6, as it is going to be Neuschop back into the lead. No, it's going to be RC. My apologies, into turn 9. He made that move down the main straight with possibly a better exit than the Mercedes driver. And as I said, if you take high gears through that chicane, you will be able to have a better exit and you will be a little bit faster down the main straight. But there's a little bit of a group forming with the top two, and then we've got Max. He's trailing by about 1.2 seconds. Kaka is planning on making a move pretty soon, as he is right on the tail of Max. He's only 3/10 behind, and we've got a yellow flag in sector 3. That is going to be Mookie, who didn't really practice enough, he told me. And that is going to be Mookie getting that position back on the vine, so possibly had a little bit of an incident with the British driver right there. Mookie, we do know he's Canadian, and we do know he's pretty fast, but unfortunately he cannot bring that talent on track today. Now let's have a quick look with Neuschop. Is he going to be planning on making another move? He is going to have the DRS, and he sure is going to be able to make that move. Only 5/10 behind RC. The Dutch driver has to pull all the tricks out of his head, but unfortunately he cannot do anything against DRS if he doesn't have any. Now into the chicane. Neuschop is not going to be able to make that move though. He was not close enough entering turn 5. Now with a good exit coming through that corner, he's going to have the DRS once again. And Neuschop, he's planning on making a move. He's not close enough, I'm afraid. Or is he? He's going to back out of it into turn 9. And both drivers keeping it clean for now. These two, they're keeping it quite clean too.
3 seconds.
Sector 3, yes. We're now entering the most difficult part of the track. You need a lot of traction to be able to make these kind of moves work, you know. It doesn't happen quite oftenly that these guys are going to be able to make a move through sector 3. You just hope for DRS down the main straight, and the guy you just overtook is going to be making that overtake again with another DRS opportunity. So it's just back and forth racing here in Abu Dhabi, but it seems like everyone is keeping it clean for now. And has been Victor Maxi and Mr. Kaka has been able to get into the DRS zone of these guys ahead. So we're going to have a 4-way battle for the podium today. Neuschop once again on the tail, and he's a little bit closer with the use of DRS. Is he going to be making it work? He might be backing out of the move as he wants that DRS down the main straight, down that second main straight coming out of the chicane. Max is going to go for a defensive line down the main straight in the braking zone of the chicane. Kaka with a switchback. Is he going to be making it work? DRS enabled. ERS enabled for the Alfa Romeo driver, and it does look like he's going to be making that move. Vinny Victor is not able to benefit from this little bit of a back and forward racing, so Vinny Victor is just going to be patiently waiting for his turn to make a move on Maxi. Maxi's dropping a couple of positions. He qualified in P2, currently in P4. And the biggest winner of the evening, I do have to say, is probably Mr. Neuschop, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a quick look. No, it's actually Chartman. Chartman in P7 gained about 5 positions during the first 6 laps of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And Neuschop, what is he going to be doing? It seems like he's waiting for his turn, for his chance to come, to be able to make a move on RC. It's not going to be quite happening yet. Maybe through turn 3 with a good exit into turn 5. It doesn't quite look like it. Neuschop is right on the tail though. Waza with a 3-second time penalty. And we do have to say Neuschop has been as consistent as he can be. We know we saw him in Baku last season, where he got a last to first challenge, and he actually made it work. And right now, it seems like he qualified in P3, currently leading the race, just overtook RC into the chicane. That is going to be your new race leader of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Now RC is going to get past him, back again down the main straight. Vinny Victor is looking to make a move on Max. He's outbraking the Haas driver, but he didn't quite make it work. This is now trailing by about 5/10. Not too sure what happened to the Mercedes driver, as he was quite close to the rear of Vinny Victor, about 9/10, currently trailing by about 3.3 seconds. So he lost more than 1 second a lap on the guys ahead, so that does indicate that these guys are pushing really heavily. Vinny Victor might have a broken front wing. He's coming into the pits, going from hards to possibly mediums. If I'm not mistaken, he was 1.4 seconds behind the guys ahead, and that does mean he might have some front wing damage from that move on Maxi. I don't think it was a very realistic move that he made entering turn 9 as he went around the outside. There was not too much room, so he either braked the Haas driver, kind of went into the back of him, and that caused him to have front wing damage. Now let's have a quick look with Noise Job here, as he does have that DRS. Is just going to be getting a little bit closer to RC. But as I said, Abu Dhabi is just a back and forward racing track. You know, the guys are going to be able to make that move, and you're sticking on the tail, you're making that move again, and the guy that you just overtook makes that move down the main straight, and then you will have DRS again, making the move on the DRS and the guy that just overtook you. And you know, it's just back and forward racing. We see groups forming at the moment with P1 and P2, RC and Noise Job battling it out for the race win. We've got Maxi and Kaka battling it out for a podium finish, as there is only one loser here, and that is going to be the guy that is going to be losing the battle. Well, actually, it's going to be two people, because you know, RC and Noise Job are both battling for the race win, and there's only one race winner, so that does mean the other one is a loser. He gets dropped back to P2. And then, of course, we've got Maxi and Kaka battling for a podium position. There's only one, well, actually three, but the guys ahead are already in P1 and P2. So there's two guys battling for P3 on the podium. And of course, there's only one P3 on the podium, so there's also a loser right there. So that does mean there's going to be two losers of the evening out of these two battles. But who is it going to be? In my opinion, I think RC is going to be clutching it. He's always been one of the faster guys and one of the most consistent guys on track. Kaka now breaking the Haas driver. What a beautiful move. But Maxi is going to be able to make that switchback. Where Kaka kind of, not too sure what Mr. Kaka did right there. Kind of out-braked himself. He let the Haas driver go through, and now he's weaving a little bit to say, my apologies, buddy. I just shouldn't have made that dive bomb right there. He would have been able to make that move work if he didn't land so deep. But the French driver just decided to get that position back, now trailing by about 8 tenths though. So he needs to get a little bit of work. Well, he needs to go working a little bit here in the inlet line out of the 29 here in Abu Dhabi. No Noise Job. The guys behind are not really close to each other, so it's not really worth discussing. Noise Job now in P2, 4 tenths. And as I said, it's just back and forth racing. The guys are not really able to give some spectacular battling, as the only overtaking opportunities are possibly into the chicane. Well, the main straight before the chicane, and then the main straight behind the chicane, and that's about it. Vinny Victor with the fastest lap though. Not too sure. He is on the medium tires, so he's not going to be able to finish on those medium tires, I'm afraid. Noise Job is going to back out of the move. He's just going to be patiently waiting in order to get DRS out of the chicane. Takes a lot of grip on the inside, as you can see. He's a little bit of a snappy rear right there. 5 tenths for Noise Job. He's not going to get close enough, or is he? He is not. Fortunately, I mean, I do have to say, these two are running medium tires, so Maxi and Kaka both running hards might be a good shout. You know, they're not able to keep up with the guys ahead, but they're keeping the same distance to them. You know, we've been looking at a 2.7 second distance for about 5 laps already. And taking into consideration that they will be on the faster tires at the end of the race, they might still have a good shot at the race win. Yeah, of course, these guys at the front doesn't seem to be battling that much anymore. So they're definitely going to be gaining time on the guys behind, as Maxi and Kaka are definitely going to be battling with each other. RC about 5 tenths ahead of Mr. Noise Job at the moment. I'm going to take a quick sip of water. We've got Mods and Freddy. Finally another battle. Freddy being right on the tail. He's sniffing the butt at the moment. Freddy, he's battling with someone who's got a penalty, so not really worth battling. But you need to get past him as soon as possible. Mookie being able to get a little bit closer to Freddy, and these two have known each other for more than 2 years already, I'm afraid. Well, I'm afraid, not really, but I do think so. Freddy, who's on soft tires. Mookie right the outside. A little bit of battling here. Coming out of turn 4. And this is going to be Freddy getting on taking right the outside. Elbows out for the Alpine driver. We do know that Freddy is not always one of the greenest ones, as Freddy does have the DRS, so Mookie is not going to be able to make the move. He's defending the inside line. He goes back onto the racing line, but Mookie is there. Coming out of the chicane, we might see a good 5-second time penalty for Freddy. This is some interesting battling from the youngster, as he's now able to stick it to the toe of the Red Bull driver into turn 9. Freddy throws the elbows out, pushes the Red Bull driver a little bit wide. Oh, Mookie!
Safety car.
Mookie has retired from the session, and that is going to be your first safety car here today in the Phoenix Racing League.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Guys in the chat, make sure to let me know if I should do the safety car song. I always ask you guys to let me know if I should do the safety car song, just in case that someone wants to hear it, because usually it's not really, the guys really don't like the safety car song. Not like guys that like the safety car song, because there's one guy who likes the safety car song and just doesn't sing it.
Okay, copy that. Okay, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace.
A couple of guys have come into the pits right now, and looks like they're going to be in the benefit here. Sing, my man. There we go, Mr. Elias. Alright, I'm just going to get through the tires real quick. No, we will be singing. So Wazan P10 on the hards, he's going to take them on the long run. So is Freddy, so is Jerome Naismith. As this isn't really a perfect evening for the Red Bull team. RC and Neushoff are both coming into the pit, so is Kaka. Possibly Maxi too. Maxi isn't actually, well, no, he is. Never mind. Maxi coming into pits, so is Patty. But yeah, you know, oh wait, did Kaka overtake Neushoff? What is Neushoff doing? Broken front wing? No, he doesn't. Kaka did overtake him though. Kaka was pretty fast. Big step right there. Neushoff didn't have a broken front wing in that case. The Patty got held back. That from now a lot of guys in the mediums actually. Kaka and Maxi had sharpened too on the medium tires, so Vinny is coming into the pits possibly for... Wait, he's going on 7 level hards? That's an interesting decision. Was over the 3-second time penalty? That's always frustrating. Getting a 3-second time penalty under the safety car, that is... I don't know what I should think of that. Alright guys, here's the safety car song. Safety car, it is a safety car situation. Safety car, it is a safety car situation. Everyone is driving on a straight line.
Yeah, no worries, Riley. See you in a bit, mate.
Except for when you're going through the corner. Safety car situation here at Phoenix Racing League. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that
was probably not one of the best ones. The one I had yesterday was absolutely amazing. Honestly, if you haven't seen the race of yesterday, go watch it. You know, that was an absolutely amazing race. And you know, I did do the safety car song too, and it was really, really, really great. So I'm just gonna have a quick look on how many views I've got of the race last night. 124. Welcome, Redoubts. Hopefully you're having a pleasant evening. Well, nobody is really able to read your message, but I'll read it out loud for the guys listening to the stream and racing. Readout says, hi everyone, some great racing, good luck to everyone. There we go. It's going to be a safety car restart, so Vinny possibly going on other tires because he got put on the 8-level hards.
Not bad. Second to last.
And by the way, Redout's glad you're back in the league.
So your mum phoned you then?
Been a rough couple of
your mum phoned you then, did she?
weeks to get people into the lobby, so it's always great to see returning drivers, and hopefully you're going to be sticking with us for the rest of the season and the next upcoming seasons. Maybe I should take my thingy real quick. We've got turn 5, 6, 7. That is indeed turn 9. Alright, I'm able to analyze all the track corners. Well, not really the names. Maybe I should learn all the names of the tracks.
Oh, what the hell?
The corners. I feel like all my days was... What is happening there?
Right, let's pick up the pace up, please. We need to close within 10 car lengths of the car ahead.
Waza had a collision with Freddy, but we saw them battle already. Now, oh, this is chaos. What is Freddy doing? He's overtaking Patty, he's letting him go through again. We might be seeing a 5-second time penalty pretty soon. As Chardon is at the back of the grid with a broken front wing. I mean, it doesn't really matter whether you're... Oh, no way, drive-through penalty, falling too far back. He had a fucking broken front wing, you idiot game. Freddy has left possession. Freddy, come on, buddy. You can't be doing this. This is immature. It's always Freddy. It's always Freddy. Don't worry, Redoubts. I'm glad you're back, and hopefully you're going to be performing pretty well. I'm pretty sure you are. Freddy's Carcas is going to be on the track today, as he won't be leading. Well, won't be racing anymore here in this race. Now let's have a quick look with RC as he's coming around the last corner. Didn't really have the restart he is hoping for. As Kaka is now 8P2. Chardon is coming into the pits again. And Phonology making a move on Freddy. Yeah, that's totally fine, buddy. I mean, you can't be doing much other than that. Just keeping it consistent, just keeping it clean. That's all you can hope for. Now Kaka, is he going to be able to get past RC? He is on the medium tires. He'll need to make those medium tires work till the end of the race, so not much battling can be going on for the French driver. But he's in a difficult situation right now. If he wants to race when he needs to overtake RC, and if he wants to get a podium, he needs to battle with Noise Job and Maxi. So what is that position going to be? The guys behind seem to be battling. Vinny Victor retired from the session on track. Interestingly enough, Freddy and Vinny know each other. RC now coming around the last couple of corners of Sector 2, entering Sector 3 at the moment, as he still has the French driver on his tail. But we do know that Kaka is on those medium tires. He should be a little bit faster. But we know that RC is the fastest guy of this league, so it's going to be a hard challenge for Kaka at the moment to get past him. Uh-oh, Naismith being pretty close to his teammate. Moving into Sector 2. Is he going to let him go through? Does seem like it. Waza, good sportsmanship like driving from the Dutch driver. Just letting his faster teammate go past. The guys won't have DRS yet. And let's go back to the front as Kaka is on the tail of RC. Maxi was looking to make a move down the inside of Neustadt. Didn't really make it work, unfortunately, as he's now trailing by about 7/10. So that little sneak peek down the inside costed him about more than 5/10. There's a little bit of a lead of the pack at the moment. 7/10 to Maxi. These three are. And we've got Paddy P5. Pretty good result from the British driver. The Irish driver, actually. Position changes. We've got Olegi in P6, 5 positions gained. And he's going to be your driver of the day for now, as there's still more than 12 laps to go here in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We're about halfway past the race. This is a 5-way battle for the race win. Olegi 3.1 seconds behind with a penalty. This has got dear old Naismith on his tail. You know, dear old Naismith, he's usually one of the faster guys, but couldn't bring that luck into this race today. Now let's have a quick look with RC. Can he keep the race lead even with all the other guys using DRS? Kaka, who doesn't have a lot of straight line speed, will have to do it through sector 3, I'm afraid, or maybe even sector 1. 4 tenths, 3 tenths for the French driver. Now let's have a quick look. RC does have a lot of speed though. He does have a lot of speed. Into turn 9, quite a risky one. RC a little bit of a snap. He gets pushed a little bit wide. And he's getting overtaken by 3 people now. It's going to be 3 wide here in turn 12. And Neuschap is going to be P2. Kaka taking the lead of about 6 tenths, and RC gets pushed back to P3. He's got his teammate right in the still though, but who's going to be first? Are these two going to be battling against each other, or are they going to be keeping the team play into play here in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix? Still 11 laps to go, as there is still plenty of time to make moves for these guys. Kaka now taking the lead of about 8 tenths. Neuschap will still be able to use the DRS, but we do know that Kaka really has the pace here today. He really has the pace here today, has a lot of straight line speed, as we saw him pull away from Neuschap a little bit there coming into turn 5. As Naismith has been able to keep up with F1 Olegi. So we might want to get on board with them pretty soon, as he is going to be able to make that move. Down the inside goes the Red Bull driver, and he makes that move on Olegi. Before the corner is there, goes back onto the racing line, and that is moved on from dear old Naismith. Now, RC, the Dutch driver, 4 tenths behind Neuschap, and we've seen him do so many spectacular things these last couple of laps, and right now he made one little mistake, dropped 2 positions, and he's got to battle back to that race win. But is he going to be able to? Let's see here during these last couple of laps of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It's definitely not looking like it. Neither is Neuschap going to be battling for the race win. I mean, he should, but he's about 1 second behind Kaka. Kaka, who really has the pace. He feels it, a 125.0 on his medium tires. 9 tenths in front of Neuschap. He's really pushing at the moment. Oh, he's out of ERS. He's out of ERS. Kaka has about 25-30%. Neuschap still had about 40 to 45. How much does RC have? He's got about 35 at the moment. Max, he still has a lot. He still has a lot. He still has more than 40%. So who is going to be in the benefit here? Max, he definitely isn't. He's about 7 tenths behind RC. Dear old Naismith making that move again on Olegi, and is Olegi going to be making the switchback work through the S's? Doesn't look like it. The S's just came. Oh, dear old Naismith without ERS. Olegi around the outside into turn 9, and he makes that move work. Dear old Naismith is battling back though, takes the pipeline through turn 9, but decides to pull out of the move, and these two have been able to close down the gap to Kaka. This is going to be a 3-way battle, possibly a 4-way battle for the race winners. Maxi is trying to get a little bit closer, close the gap to RC, as it was looking great for the Haas team, getting a P1 and a P2 in the qualifying, but they're currently battling with each other to be on the podium, as that is not always something you'd like to see as a team principal. Of course, we do know this league does not have any team principals, but if they would have team principals, Noise Job is now taking the lead down the main straight with the use of DRS though. So Kaka might be able to get back. He's gonna stick on the tail and get a little bit of slipstream right there. Let's have a quick look. Coming through the chicane. What is Kaka going to be able to do? 4 tenths, 5 tenths, and it's not going to be enough for the French driver. He needs to be patiently waiting for another mistake by Noise Job, like we've seen so few these last couple of laps. Kaka seems to be struggling on the medium tires. I mean, you can't really blame him. How many laps has he been on these medium tires already? 7 laps. At the end of the race, he will be on 16 lap-old mediums. RC now trying to get a little bit closer. Yes, it is Larcy. It really is. RC now trying to get a little bit closer to Kaka. He might be able to get to do so. 110, he's choosing the outside line, goes onto the curb a little bit too much. Kaka, did he push him wide? Didn't really look like it. No, RC being pretty close. Is he going to push the limits? He is a little bit over the limits. Has he got a little bit of a snap there coming through turn 3? And you really need to watch out coming through turn 3 right there. If you push it too much, you're going to be ending up in the wall like Mookie did. Now RC making a move down the inside with the use of DRS on Kaka, and we've seen that DRS be so magnificent here today. I think more than 60 or 70% of the moves that have happened here are thanks to DRS. Let's have a quick look with F1ology. He's gonna have that DRS too.
We're currently trailing our teammate by
14.7 seconds. Ology around the outside into turn 9. He's making that move work. And we've seen it happen so many times already. Noise Job now taking the lead of about 1.4 seconds.
Okay,
And can we say that Noise Job is one of the most consistent guys we've ever seen here in Phoenix Racing League. He's just so fast in a race. Just patiently waiting and takes the lead all of a sudden and then just runs away. There's nothing you can say about that. Really good job by Noise Job right there. Now let's have a quick look with RC. No, it is going to be Maxi, actually, right in the tail of Kaka. Our Kaka's medium tires already giving up at the moment. Doesn't really look like it, as Maxi is also 9 lap old mediums, but they are definitely a little bit slower than RC and Noise Job at the moment. Maybe Kaka has put too much effort into trying to keep the guys. Prize monkeys. Kept them slow. Yeah. The Noise Job has kept them fast today. Pretty crazy. As I said, you know, maybe Kaka has been pushing a little bit too much, trying to keep the guys behind. He didn't succeed to do so, and I think Waza crashed out. No, it's not Waza, is it? It said Waza was in the pit lane. Wait, it's not Waza, it's the other Red Bull driver. Who's the other Red Bull driver? Oh, it's Naismith. So we might be seeing a move from the Fine pretty soon. Well, Waza is battling with an AI, so there's not much going on right there. So I'm going to be taking a quick sip of water real quick. By the way, guys, make sure to drop your predictions and your driver of the day. The vote closes at lap 29. So just making sure we're going to be having a driver of the day here in the Phoenix Racing League, and you guys can decide too who is going to be your driver of the day.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 8.6 seconds.
Let me have a quick look with the position changes. Here they are. Maxi and RC, are they going to be working together to get a little bit closer to Noise Job? Oh, Maxi with a little bit of a snap there coming out of the chicane. Now the inside goes Maxi. into turn 9. RC is going to be battling. RC is going to be battling. And they're going side by side through sector 3. Not suggested to do so. Beautiful move there from RC. He takes P2 from his teammate. And this is really battling without any fear. But with big risks. You know, if both drivers were going to crash out, there was possibly going to be not that many positions, well, not that many points for the Haas team, as they would be dropping back to possibly P6 and P7. Largely I'm streaming, what year am I streaming? Div 1, I'm streaming Div 1 tomorrow.
Okay, safety car deployed, safety car been deployed. Watch your delta, make sure you keep positive as we catch
out. It's going to be Daryl Naismith. I think it was in the pit lane, wasn't it? Wait, did he crash out in the pit lane? No, Daryl Naismith. We got 3 votes for the votes for Divine Eye as driver of the day already. He's going to be gaining 3 positions. He's keeping it clean, he's keeping it safe. And Daryl Naismith just has left the session. You can't really blame anyone for yourself crashing out, so yeah, he's got to be frustrated, but it's one of those evenings where you just have to forget everything that's happened. You've just drove 25 laps of practice. There's nothing much you can be talking about that. You know, you've got 25 laps of racing, and you didn't really battle with anyone except for Olagi, but it was so far back already from Olagi that you can't really blame Olagi for you crashing, if that makes sense. Largely, Freddy isn't even driving, buddy. Oh, Noishop coming into the pits. Is he going for softs? Possibly. Is RC going to come into the pits? He is. What is Max doing? He's also coming into the pits, so he's back up. Maybe a little bit of a pit lane. Beautiful. That would have been beautiful. That would have been beautiful. He was looking for it though, the French driver. But I'm not too sure if it was live though. Soft tires for almost everyone. Divine, he's also coming into pits. And we are going to be having a safety car situation. We're currently in lap 25 out of 29. Largely, I've actually spoke to Mr. Runhar a couple of weeks ago. I sent him a DM, he replied. And he just told me that he's been really busy practicing and he doesn't really want any of the negativity to affect his racing, so not too sure if I believe him, but he's definitely a great guy. He's one of the only guys who actually replied to my message, so that's great. I tried to get a couple of like esports drivers and a couple of racing drivers in the comms box. Not many guys were responding, unfortunately, but Thomas Ronhard did. I do have to give him credit for that. He's an amazing guy, and I feel like there's a little bit too much opinions going on currently about Thomas Ronhard. I mean, usually, probably half of the grid is even using hacks, so why just focus him? You know, he's the one who gets along with the hacks the most, if he's using hacks, of course. I'm not sure if he's using hacks. Is going to be Larcy. Ronhard should do less time trial and more wheel-to-wheel practice. F123 has a anti-cheat, so no one is hacking. Seriously, that is crazy. Well, that does mean that he was pretty fast last season too, then. And you know, he's getting good results this season. So, I mean, maybe he wasn't hacking last season? If that makes sense. And if they are hacking, then they will get banned quickly. That's amazing. I'm gonna be using hacking too. In our career mode. I'm gonna be winning every race by about 30 seconds. That would be amazing.
Okay, go, go, go! That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting.
Marcy, weren't you going somewhere? Didn't you have to work or
Up to
something?
speed now. Let's get some heat
I
on
thought
those
you said you had
tyres.
to work. Larcy, that doesn't add up because he's fast this season too. So if he was using hacks, he wouldn't have been so fast this season. If that makes sense. I was home from 7 to 8:30.
Okay,
You're talking with your girlfriend. Guys, Larcy has a girlfriend. Larcy has a girlfriend. Na 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 na. No, he probably doesn't have a girlfriend. He's the most uncomfortable guy I know, Larcy. Like, Larcy, if I speak to you, I feel so... No, you're probably, like... Wait, how do I explain this? Having a conversation with you is a little bit uncomfortable because sometimes you just say out words and it doesn't really add up that much. Like you say shut up all of the sudden. But I really appreciate you, otherwise I wouldn't be doing a career mode with you. You're a brother from another mother, although you're a little bit too young to be called a brother. How old are you again, Marcy? Like 15? I think you are 15, aren't you? Yeah, I'm going in prison. Safety car is not coming in this lap, so we're gonna be having 2 laps of racing. Oh, Larcy is 28 apparently. Oh shit. Alright, makes sense. There we go, Larcy. Not too sure why the safety car didn't come in yet. Maybe they were waiting for Chartman? But he was right behind, so... I have 16 children and 9 wives. Yes, sir. Magsy says it's gonna be chaos. It is gonna be chaos indeed, and the guys will not have DRS. So, till the end of the race, there is not gonna be a DRS opportunity for anyone on track. So, who is gonna be winning at this race? It will just be skill decided, skill based. Because the guy with the most skills on this track is gonna be winning this race.
Okay, got 4 laps
Is it gonna be Nojab? Is it gonna be RC? Is it gonna be Kaka? Or is it gonna be Maxi? Maybe even Patty, if he's a little bit lucky. Patty is leaving a gap right now of about 2.5 seconds, so a little bit of a push. Please, Patty, otherwise we're going to be having another lap of safety car, although no, the safety car has to come in, because it's the maximum amount of laps you can do on the safety car. Well, the safety car has to come in at lap 27, going into lap 28, and then there will be 2 more laps of racing, because otherwise we can just end the race behind the safety car, and that doesn't really work in this game. Actually, I don't understand why they just not do it. If there's someone crashing out in lap 27, why not just do a safety car till the end of the race? That would be a nice way to end the race, if that makes sense. Of course, you can have someone crashing out on purpose. For example, if it would be right now a noise job in P1, and Paddy wants to secure that P1 for his teammate, he's just gonna crash into the wall on purpose. And Lars, what are you doing? Rar? Car sound. Oh, makes sense, buddy. Alright, so Nose Job is coming around the last corner. In a couple of seconds, he's got RC on his tail. 2 tenths for the Dutch driver, and away they go. Safety car restart here for Nose Job, and go. It's green lights, and it seems like RC is pretty close to Nose Job, and Nose Job is going to have a great safety car restart right there. Kaga.com sleeping, as he's about 8 tenths behind RC already. Yeah, he is, Larson, he is. Maxi right now on the tail of Kaka, but the main battle we're going to be seeing here is not going to be Waza and Olegi, but we did see it happen. Now Chartman down the inside, and he's going to back out of the move. Waza, who possibly has a lot of straight line speed, Chartman is going to benefit from the slipstream, but he isn't. 4 tenths behind RC. RC is really not able to keep up with the pace of Noisjob. Noisjob, who's just been magnificent here today in Abu Dhabi. One more lap to be driven after this one. And it's a three-way battle for P2. And a three-way battle for the podium. Kaka finds himself in a Haas sandwich at the moment. He positioned himself in P3, but is he going to be able to make it work? There's a little bit of battling going on here between Charlton and Waza. Battle has been done as Kaka has caught up to RC. 3 tenths. Is the French driver going to be able to make that P2 work?
Okay, 2 laps are still remaining now.
Previous races results were we have RC in P1, Noisjob in P2, and Maxi in P3. Noisjob is with RC with a 3-second time penalty. That has got to be frustrating. We can certainly say that it's going to be Kaka and Maxi now on the podium, but who's going to get P2 and who's going to get P3? Is it going to be Kaka in P2? Is it going to be Kaka in P3? Is Maxi going to get P2? Is Maxi going to get P3? I guess we will be seeing here in this last lap battle. Let's have a quick look. Kaka on the tail of RC. He doesn't have to make this battle work. Noisjob is most certainly going to be the race winner here in Abu Dhabi. Maxi on the tail of Kaka with a little bit of a sloppy exit coming through that corner. He's going to catch the slipstream. Maxi, he's not going to get there. It has to happen in sector 3. Does he have enough pace in sector 3? Maxi, the Haas driver, he's going to be gaining 1 position anyway due to RC getting that penalty. Kaka has to defend with everything he's got right now. RC is going to try and slow down Mr. Frenchman, but it's not going to be enough. Kaka coming around the last couple of corners in turn 14 and 15 right now. And it is going to be Noisjob winning your Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Kaka coming around the last corner to get your P2. And Maxi P3, RC P4, Paddy coming across the line with a P5, Olagi P6. Divine Eye gets a P6 after all, as Olagi did have a 5-second time penalty if I'm not mistaken. And that is going to be your Abu Dhabi Grand Prix here in Phoenix Racing League. GG's Maxi, you did a pretty good job. If you've got no traction to make an overtake, just go 1 gear up and you will be able to have more traction. Of course, you will have less speed, but you will have more traction. Your driver of the day is, well, the viewer's driver of the day is going to be Divine Eye, who has put himself in P6 after a qualifying of P10. Noisjob in P1 with the fastest lap of 1:23.7. Further, we've got Kaka and Maxi on the podium, RC and Paddy for the top 5. Further, we've got Divine Eye, Olagi, Chartman, Waza, Freddy, Naismith, Vinny Victor, and Mookie. So congratulations to everyone. Larcy's driver of the day is RC, but that has been a little bit too late. He dropped back all the way from P1 to P4, so I wouldn't say he's your driver of the day, but he did definitely have a pretty good race here today. Guys, I'm going to be shutting off the stream. I thank everyone very much for watching. Where is my... Wait, where's my thingy? Oh, here it is. Larcy. Guys, Larcy's hero is RC, just so you know. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. This was Phoebe Thomas as your commentator. I hope everyone enjoyed the stream. As usual, I'll thank you very much for watching. If you're rewatching the stream, I thank you very much too, as this race will be posted onto the Phoenix Racing League YouTube. Thank you very much for watching. This was Phoebe Thomas as your commentator, and hopefully I will see you back tomorrow for the F1 Racing League race on... No idea what track it is. Might be Brazil if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, no idea. Guys, thank you very much. This was Phoebe Thomas as your commentator. Peace out.
join us 4th of September, Monday, 8 o'clock, as I compete at Qatar, Phoenix Racing Division 2.